Hello, and welcome to our channel. Day 7 of the US-Israeli war with Iran has brought renewed warnings of escalation and mixed signals from Tehran. President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social that today Iran will be hit very hard, adding that certain areas and groups of people not previously targeted are now under consideration for complete destruction and certain death. The stark language followed a week of intense strikes and suggests the U.S. is preparing to widen its campaign significantly. Hours earlier, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian delivered a televised address apologizing to Gulf neighbors for strikes on their territory. He pledged Iran would halt attacks unless future aggression originated from those countries, calling them our brothers. Yet the apology came with a clear caveat. Iran retains the right to defend itself and will continue targeting U.S. military assets in the region. Shortly after the speech, air raid sirens sounded in Bahrain and Doha as Qatari defenses intercepted ballistic missiles. In Abu Dhabi, 6 Pakistani and Nepali nationals were injured by debris from intercepted threats. Video geolocated by CNN captured a drone or missile falling near a terminal at Dubai International Airport, causing an explosion and temporary flight suspensions before operations resumed. The mixed messaging highlights uncertainty over who speaks for Iran's full chain of command. Senior officials told CNN the armed forces and IRGC are actively seeking new U.S. targets in response to Trump's threat, examining American regions, forces, and affiliates not yet in their target bank. A senior figure said Iran will act in the event of an unwise action by the enemy. Military action remains relentless. Israel struck missile sites in Tehran and Hezbollah positions in Beirut. Iran launched fresh drone and missile barrages across the region. In Lebanon, Israeli evacuation orders expanded to entire Beirut neighborhoods, with new waves targeting Hezbollah in the south, Bekaa Valley, and Tripoli. Lebanese authorities reported at least 50 killed and 335 wounded in 2 days of bombardment. 3 paramedics died aiding victims, who Chief Tedros Ghebreyesus condemned attacks on health workers. The conflict has spread beyond traditional lines. Azerbaijan reported drone strikes on Nakhchivan Airport, injuring 2 and damaging a terminal, the first attack on its soil. President Ilham Aliyev called it ugly, cowardly, and shameless, demanding accountability from Iran while ordering retaliatory preparations. Tehran denied involvement, suggesting an Israeli false flag operation. Israel's foreign minister condemned Iran's overt and deliberate aggression against Azerbaijan. Evacuations continue amid chaos. The U.S. State Department reports multiple charter flights underway, with over 20,000 Americans returned and 10,000 directly assisted. European nations have coordinated at least 6 repatriation flights, with more planned. The UAE opened safe air corridors. Many travelers remain stranded due to airspace closures and limited commercial service. Energy markets face severe disruption. Iran's threats to attack vessels in the Strait of Hormuz have nearly halted tanker traffic. Only a handful passed recently versus a normal 60 daily. Supertanker rates hit records. War risk insurance has been canceled. QatarEnergy's LNG production remains offline. U.S. crude and Brent prices surged this week, with analysts warning of $100 plus Brent if the strait stays closed, risking a global inflation surge. Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance are expected to attend a dignified transfer ceremony today at Dover Air Force Base for 6 U.S. service members killed in Kuwait early in the conflict. In Tehran, CNN crews witnessed heavy overnight bombardment, with smoke rising over eastern districts. Residents described intense explosions shaking windows and forcing families into hallways. Security checkpoints multiplied, with Revolutionary Guard and Basij forces conducting vehicle searches. Many shops remain closed. The city feels quiet despite the chaos. Prominent Iranian clerics are urging the Assembly of Experts to quickly select a new supreme leader following Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's death. Ayatollahs Nasser Makarem Shirazi, Nouri Hamdani, and Abdolkarim Adini called for swift action to prevent division and strengthen national authority. The Assembly's Comm building was heavily damaged in earlier strikes, and it remains unclear if they have convened. This conflict has redrawn risk maps across the region and beyond. European nations have bolstered defenses. The UK deployed extra Typhoon jets to Qatar. France permitted limited U.S. non-combat use of a mainland base while sending its carrier group to the Mediterranean. NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte praised U.S. strikes as necessary to neutralize Iran's ballistic missile threat, but reiterated the alliance is not a combat participant. As smoke rises over Tehran, sirens echo in Beirut and Doha, and families await news in Dover, the central question remains: can any path to de-escalation emerge, or has retaliation locked both sides into a cycle of widening destruction? What do you think? Will Pezeshkian's apology lead to a real pause in Gulf attacks, or is it tactical messaging while the IRGC plans a larger response? Share your thoughts below. If this update helped you follow the fast-moving crisis, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for the latest developments. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay informed.
See you next time.